Hey guys, we are starting into our next section. The last section was all about mountains building through volcanic processes or convergent boundaries, divergent boundaries, transform boundaries, even had some type of mountains going on. But all that stuff would say that the Himalayas are always getting taller and will get taller for all of eternity.
But they do not always get taller. All the time, nature wants to make things shorter. In fact, without tectonics, the world would be a very flat place. So what we're going to do is start to talk about a process called erosion, and this little experiment here will explain how erosion works.
So we've got 3 pieces of clay here. This is what you would do in class. And what we want to do is make it rain.
Let it rain! Let it rain! Let it rain!
And to make it rain, we're going to have your fingers act as raindrops.
So this is going to be the first stage of river erosion.
Make it rain.
So I'm just going to make it rain.
Show the kids what you see.
Well, what I see is a very marked surface. It wasn't like that before it rained, but now there's little raindrop holes and what look to be like little grooves that are forming all through the land surface.
But what happens if it rains more? Let's have it rain some more.
Well, it's much uglier.
Much uglier.
So we have a second piece of land here, which after it rains a little longer, you can see those grooves are now deeper. They're more like holes. So those grooves are called rills. And there's a type of erosion called rill erosion.
So rills are little tiny grooves that are kind of cut in the land because of that constant pounding from the rain. Next stage in this process is for you to make it rain even harder in the same spots.
Now we got one really long groove. It seems as though those rills are starting to try and connect with one another. When you get really big, deep grooves like that, they start to call them gullies, and you get something called gully erosion.
So we've got bigger grooves, bigger rills, bigger gullies now, so larger channels for water to flow in. And the more it rains,
the deeper they get, the more they have a chance of connecting. And when they finally connect, you get something a little more familiar.
like what?
Like a stream.
So we are starting the process of creating streams. Rain hits the land, it wears down the land. If it rains in the same spots over and over again, that rain will create rills, which then, if the rills get deeper, we call them gullies, and eventually we create our streams. So to make a stream and to wear down the land, we need to make it rain.
You're right.